Do you remember growing up as a kid doing math homework at the kitchen table with your parents? Because for me, it was specifically my mom. And something about my mom that y'all might not know is that my mom is actually an electrical engineer. She's a smart cookie. And then she went back to school because she decided that she wanted to be a math teacher. So not only did I grow up with the experience of doing my math homework at the kitchen table with my parents, but my mom on top of that was a math teacher. So because my mom was a math teacher, of course, I had to get 100s on every single homework assignment, even if that meant that I had to sit at the table for 2 hours. I remember, though, that there was this one time when I was in 5th grade, and the lesson plan that my teacher had taught us was basically like how to find out which fraction is bigger. And I think you would have to, and mom, if you're watching this, you probably remember. But I'm pretty sure that our teacher taught us that you needed to basically just keep simplifying the fraction until you got it onto a common denominator. I think that is what it was. But it would take a really long time because these fractions would be with really high numbers. So my mom was like, okay, well, you know what? A shortcut to this, is to just cross multiply. So that's what I did. Well, when I got that homework assignment back, I got a 0. And I, of course, was very confused because I had never gotten anything besides a 100 on my math homework. And my mom was also confused because she knew that I had earned a 100 on that homework assignment. And on my homework assignment, my teacher had left a note that said, "Where did you learn to do this?" So my mom sends my teacher an email and is like, hey, why did you give Carissa a 0 on this homework assignment? It's correct. I checked it myself. And the teacher basically responded by saying that she didn't teach us to, solve the equations that way. That wasn't a part of the lesson. So I couldn't cross multiply, and I had to simplify the fractions the long way that was taught in class. Well, my mom wasn't going to let this go. So they ended up emailing back and forth for a little bit. And then finally, my teacher came to the conclusion, and she said, well, if Carissa can write an essay and explain why cross-multiplying works, now mind you, I'm in 5th grade. If Carissa can write an essay about why cross-multiplying works, then she can do it in class. I can do it on homework, I can do it on tests and quizzes. And so my mom said, okay, she's gonna write an essay about why cross-multiplying works. Do y'all know how hard it is to write an essay about why math works, but using English? I was in 5th grade. If I had to write an essay right now about why cross-multiplying works, I am 26. I wouldn't be able to do it. Obviously, my mom ended up helping me write this essay about why cross-multiplying works, and then my teacher finally agreed, okay, she can cross-multiply in class instead of doing it the way I taught her to. That was in 5th grade. I'm 26 now, and I still think about this sometimes, okay? Keeps me up at night. So then after that whole ordeal, my teacher didn't really like me very much, okay? And you would have thought that would have been the end of it when I finished 5th grade. And then I went on to middle school, right? And then I wouldn't see her, right? Well, my town actually decided to get 6th grade and move it back into the elementary schools, okay? And guess who ended up teaching 6th grade math that year? I don't even have to tell you guys. So I had the same math teacher for a whole other year after this happened. If Kennedy comes home in 5th grade and she's got a lesson plan and I can teach her how to cross multiply, I'm gonna do it because it's a lot easier. Shout out to my mom.